malakas na rin yung hampasa ng alon.
Typhoon is given to hurricanes that occur in the northwestern Pacific Ocean. Typhoons are violent storms that bring torrential rain, flooding, and shrieking winds. Some of the world's warmest waters may be found here in the eastern section of the Philippines, providing a perfect environment for the development of powerful storms. This area had already generated 14 typhoons by late November 2021, and now, unlucky number 15 is starting to materialize. A killer whose name will eventually be linked to destruction and devastating loss. Rai. On December 10th, the Joint Typhoon Warning Center, or JTWC, began keeping an eye on a low-pressure system in the Pacific Ocean that will make landfall 5 days from that time. The system was originally upgraded to a tropical depression by the Japan Meteorological Agency, or JMA, on the same day. And by December 13th, the JMA categorized the system as a tropical storm, gave the storm the name Rai, and started traveling northwestward. On December 14th, the system was upgraded to a strong tropical storm called Odette by the Philippine Atmospheric, Geophysical and Astronomical Services Administration, or PAGASA. On December 15th, Rai suddenly intensified quickly, increasing its speed from 120 kilometers per hour to 280 kilometers per hour as it approached land. But why has the typhoon's force increased so dramatically? Rapid intensification, according to the National Hurricane Center, is an increase of at least 30 knots in a tropical cyclone's maximum sustained winds over the course of 24 hours. Many of the greatest storms undergo a process known as rapid intensification during their formation. And for it to happen, some environmental conditions must be favorable, including warm water temperatures, high ocean heat content, and minimal wind shear. With ring bands covering the southern half of Luzon, the entire Visayas, half of Mindanao and Palawan Island, it also has maximum sustained winds of 195 kilometers per hour near the center and gustness of up to 240 kilometers per hour. On December 16th, while moving westward at a pace of 30 kilometers per hour, Typhoon Odette made 6 more landfalls in Siargao Island, Surigao del Norte, Tagyanao, Dinagat Islands, Liloan, Southern Leyte, Padre Burgos, Southern Leyte, Bien Unido, Bohol, and Carcar, Cebu. Typhoon Odette made its 8th landfall on December 17th in La Libertad, Negros Oriental, before crossing the Visayan Sea and making its final landfall in Rojas, Palawan. There have been 410 fatalities, many of whom residents of the severely damaged island of Bohol. The estimated value of the damages in the said area is 51.8 billion pesos, with Siargao's damages valued at 20 billion pesos, and Negros Occidental's damages valued at 5.9 billion pesos. Immediate causes of destruction. 1. High winds. Typhoon Odette produced strong gusts that persisted because, other than when it went over Negros Island and forced it to slow down until it arrived at the island, it did not encounter any high mountains. 2. Storm surge. Typhoon Odette spent a large portion of her journey at sea, which resulted in huge storm surges with waves reaching 10 to 15 meters that impacted resorts, fishing communities, and coastal residential areas. 4. Landslides. Many provinces have landslides, which cause important roadways that link towns and regions to be closed. 4 persons were killed by a sizable landslide that occurred in Barangay Joyo in Sibagat, Agusan del Sur on December 16th. December 16, 2011 was a devastating day that left Cagayan de Oro citizens permanently changed. But who would have imagined that another disaster would bring this communal memory back on its 10th anniversary? An eerie coincidence. Super Typhoon Odette made landfall and followed a route that is remarkably similar to that of Tropical Storm Washi, also known as Sandong locally, in 2011, precisely 10 years ago. Homes, properties, and livelihoods were destroyed by Typhoon Odette at a time when people were already dealing with the COVID-19 pandemic's effects on society and development. As they dealt with extreme destruction, a bayanihan system sprang from every Filipino's heart to serve, offer assistance, and embrace a humane society.